EdX, Episode 3. Oh, joy, I am totally looking forward to watching this. No, really. Hello, everyone. I am NecaRandom42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. And why Harpy? Well, the Trek people called me that way back in the day when I was complaining about Discovery. I know, you'd think Discovery was just so well received.
I like science.
No one asked you, Spock. That is an oldie but goodie. We gotta watch this. And you know what? I don't know how far in I am. Let me see. 20 seconds in. 20 seconds in. And we're already getting hit with a member berry. Aren't we? Again, also, bite my copyright. There we go. It's a member berry. That's all this is. So, Member Berries, the Star Trek The Next Generation, the episode, the man, the myth, the legend. I guess. Of course. And she has to be better than him by bringing in a Flying V and Ensign Green Tilly on... We're tired of this. I'm tired of every single one of these shows being all about what? Making your traditional white guy character the butt of every joke. We get it, all right? It's getting old. It's getting stale. It's getting tiresome. Really? Like, do you not have any other material? Do you not have anything else to say? Other than, okay, we get it. We get it. You think that people who look like her are special needs and need special treatment and handouts? Is that the message I'm getting here? Maybe. I don't know. I'm seriously beginning to question why every time we have these sort of characters, that's always the case. And I never felt like that, but apparently modern day people do. So they got to make them just so wonderful at everything, just because they need the special treatment because they can't do anything on there. Is that what you're doing? Because you're not giving any of these characters anything good to do or any good messages. You're not giving any of these characters anything interesting. You're just giving me the same generic, because the diversity character is the bestest at everything. The old white dude character is the worst. You're right. Change the record. It's getting really stale. We're tired of it. I'm tired of it. Hey, a bird of prey. A bird of prey that doesn't look like the modern day Discovery birds of prey. Oh. Can't stay visually in canon with your own modern day new Trek, can you? Because you know what? These ships... Let me guess. That's supposed to be a bird of prey, right? Right? Uh-huh. This is what they look like on Discovery. But that's how much they care. They can't even stay in continuity and in canon with their own stuff. So maybe the viewing audience just doesn't care either. Maybe the viewing audience has tuned out. And you know what? You can make it visually in canon. Oh, they got Klingons here too. So she's playing her music so loud that it's annoying the Klingons in the next ship over. Because apparently sound travels through space. Again. Are you kidding me? The sound is traveling through space. Here, just take a look. Yeah, what's the meaning of this intense bass? Are you mocking me? He asks. Well, you shouldn't be able to hear it. It's a spaceship. It's a spaceship. I don't know how much more of this show I can sit through. I still have 24 minutes and 30 seconds left, and I'm already annoyed. You can make it look like it all you want, but this is basically written by people who have no idea how space or Star Trek or any of this stuff works. Again, yeah, you're fixing the visual continuity and the visual canon for the most part, but you're still completely missing the mark on Star Trek. Have a freaking science advisor on set and a military advisor. They don't do that because, you know why? This is just a cheap cartoon just to keep Alex Kurtzman in a job. That's all this is. Just to keep one more project going. And we see through that. This isn't made for anybody other than for Alex Kurtzman to keep a job at Star Trek. And of course, who's going to get in trouble for the sheer and utter incompetence of Ensign, my mommy's the captain? Of course, it's going to be him. Of course. All right. This show is still missing everything that people are like, oh, you're not giving it a fair shot. How do you expect me to just forget the past few years of bad Star Trek? How am I supposed to just magically judge this without knowing exactly what's going on behind the scenes, knowing exactly what their agendas are, knowing exactly who's in charge of this? And we know right from Alex Kurtzman's mouth, I've done countless videos on this, that their activism is all that's important. So with that in mind, that is how I'm watching these. I'm watching these with every bit of media and interviews and information that I've been presented with when I'm making a clear review and assessment. And my taste aside, my taste being I don't like Rick and Morty anyway, and I certainly don't like this new Star Trek agenda crap. I like TNG, I like DS9, I like Voyager, I like Enterprise for some of it, not all seasons, but some of them were okay. I like TOS. I like most of the Next Generation movies. I like most of the TOS movies. This stuff isn't Star Trek. This is just Rick and Morty again. So of course I can't go into this just forgetting all that. I know. A lot of people have a real hard time thinking and processing information and remembering stuff because that's how they make these shows. They give you so much information on the screen that you're constantly bombarded with it, so you don't have time to process any of this. So you don't have time to understand what's wrong with it. And because of that, that is what is wrong with modern day Star Trek. They're on a diplomatic mission. They get sent somewhere else because they've moved the conference to Vulcan instead of Cardassia Prime. Say a bunch of stuff that's anti-Cardassian. Because that's how Star Trek is now. And yeah, this one throws a temper tantrum. Talks down to her first officer, who seems to be trying to do his job. Right? Just completely disrespectful. Like a child. Grow the crap up. You're so professional. This is how you act.
Well, then we're the funniest joke in all of Starfleet.
Shut up, Jack. I'm sick of it. We have to do something to prove that this crew isn't a bunch of slack.
And you know, basically with that childish attitude, of course, we're gonna just reward your childish, petty, bad behavior, aren't we? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this show. I'm so tired of shows like this. I'm tired of entertainment like this. Grow up. Show some professionalism. Show some. And nobody's professional in this show. Nobody has any. You got everything that looks pretty close to Star Trek, except for the uniforms, which are about 25% different, give or take. But come on. Can you get the spirit of Star Trek right? Can you get the characters right? You know, you take one step in the right direction and then 5 steps back with more of this petty, childish, crappy officers with their crappy attitudes. Again, this I've already picked apart in the trailers. This is the one where they're testing out the force field, but instead of, testing out the integrity with a computer simulation or, the data and information like a normal, real Star Trek person, no, she just shoots at Ensign White Man Bad here.
Field strength is at 100%.
Yeah, shield strength is at 100%. Well, see, you can get those sort of readings without... You could probably get those sort of readings just by touching it. Just throw your pad into it, and then you can get those same sort of readings. You don't have to phaser it, like a child, like an irresponsible person who's going to get their whole crew killed. This is the problem. All these people probably... This is why you don't focus on these crews if they actually are out there in Star Trek. Because these are the people who would probably just go and fly into a sun because they think it's pretty. They're basically the intellectual equivalent of moths going out there, not understanding how anything works in the world or in science or in space.
I like science.
And that's the problem. Yeah, I liked science when it was scientifically, plausible. Can I volunteer for them to phaser me at this point? Because can I volunteer for them to phaser me at this point?
Almost phasered me.
Calm down. It's set to it was set to stun.
Yeah, it's not even set to stun. Like, this is the same stupid thing that Michael Burnham did in Discovery. And remember how bad Michael Burnham was in Discovery. She almost shot herself. She was so dumb. Pointing the phaser at herself. Like, this is the same thing. She almost shot herself in Discovery. All right. Can we stop with our bring our special needs children to work the show? I am how many minutes in? And no, it's not getting any better. I'm 3 minutes in. It's not getting any better. I'll skip ahead to the plot, maybe. I'm not going to be freeze-framing absolutely everything that's wrong with this because I don't want an EFAP-length video talking about this. Maybe someday we will do that, but today is not that day. So these retail employees that really shouldn't be on a starship have been padding out their hours so they have more goofing off time, apparently. And the captain's mad, as she should be. And now they're upset because they're getting in trouble for screwing around and being unprofessional and endangering their whole entire ship. You know, and I think this whole ship kind of deserves what it's getting at this point. These people, do you not understand how Starfleet works? Like, you wouldn't even have this plot in real Star Trek. You wouldn't, because people had some integrity and professionalism back then. They don't anymore, and that's one of the problems with this modern day Star Trek, is the people making this don't understand. You don't have anybody going in there and saying, actually, this would never be a plot in Star Trek. Oh, but it's funny. No, it's not. It's annoying. It's going to annoy Star Trek fans. And that's the only way I can see this. As somebody who likes The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise and TOS, this is going to annoy people who've been kind of paying attention or half paying attention to real Star Trek, who might come in. This is why your ratings are in the toilet. This is why there's zero international distribution, because nobody wants this. And this is why nobody wants to see a bunch of glorified people that should not be on a starship. Nobody wants to see that. And you can have all your little Wokemon diversity points, and you can appeal to that demographic of people who only see people based on their outside physical appearance or the label that they put as their identity, you know, in place of their personality. You can appeal to those people all you want, but those are not long-term fans, because you know why? They're consumers, and they're going to go on to the next thing and the next trend. That's why they're not talking about this, because this isn't current and trendy. This isn't something they care about. It's too close to real Star Trek visually, so they don't care about that. It's not keeping their interest, and that's probably why you're trying to aim it as at the Rick and Morty crowd, which I am not one of, by the way. This is just annoying. And I'm only 6 minutes in. And you know what's sad about this is that the one guy who actually wants to work and do his job is going to get punished for this. He loves doing the work. This is back to Data's little life form song.
Purge. And a puff and an urge. And a puff and an urge.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
Life forms. You tiny little life forms.
Ooh, I love purging.
Right? That's what they're going for here. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that, as long as they aren't going to make him into the bad guy. And that's what's going to happen at the end of this, isn't it? He's just going to end up to be the bad guy. He's the only one who's actually really, really thriving in a structured... It's like they took him from real Star Trek and they put him on this crappy crew with all these people who would just fly into his sun because it's pretty. And, you know, can we just shift back into the real timeline and the real dimension of people who are all like that? Because I have no problem with people wanting to work and explore space and get their jobs done. And, you know, the captain has every right to be mad at these people. And I'm tired of these little entitled, spoiled brat sort of people going around acting like they know it all. Because guess what? You're the lowest level. You don't know yet. In 20 years, you're going to know more. I don't know everything right now. 20 years ago, I knew a whole lot less. So grow up. Maybe we need some adult writers on this instead of 20-year-olds. Yeah, maybe we need, because you know what they say, 20-year-olds have a hard time adulting. Oh, adulting hard. Yeah, it is. All right, so just leave it to the rest of us and go throw your tantrum somewhere else. Let the adults and the grown-ups have the jobs and make the products for people to watch and be entertained by. They reference spores. Hey, I thought we weren't supposed to ever talk about Discovery ever because they went off into the future for no reason.
Remember Chewbacca again? Oh, I love to remember Chewbacca.
The show. Alright, so they get invaded, and she's yelling at them to still do their duties even though they're getting invaded. Oh, they do it on the Enterprise all the time because...
Remember Chewbacca again?
Yeah, we get it. We've seen Star Trek before, according to you people. Alright. This doesn't happen on the Enterprise. You know what they would do? They would put down what they're doing and take care of the immediate danger instead of the stupid stuff that can wait until later. But hey, you know who this is for. And I know who this is for. The people who are so worried about first world problems that they aren't taking care of the immediate cough right now. So, F the show. Just F the show. She comes in and she says, permission to speak freely. He says, you never need permission, you just do anyway. That's one of the problems. That was our issue with Mikey Spock. Completely disrespectful. What are you trying to prove here with these characters who are so unlikable that nobody wanted Wesley Crusher? All right, that was people's problems 20 years ago on Next Generation. Do you think that the issue with the character of Wesley Crusher was superficial? No, it was how he acted and how he was. We don't like these overly Mary Sue, and he wasn't even this bad. He wasn't even this bad on the Next Generation. We don't like these overly conceited, know-it-all, my shit doesn't stink sort of characters. And now I'm going to have to check that little thing. This whole show just really I have one message for this whole show. Shut the fuck up. Thank you, Admiral Hubris. The show needs to just shut the fuck up for a minute. Just shut the fuck up. Just stop. Tone it down. Calm down. Show some competent people. I'm probably just beating a dead horse at this point, or flogging the dead horse, as it were. We've had the same complaint, and they're not fixing it, are they? This is the same complaint with Discovery, the same complaint with Picard. You can fix the visuals, but you still have garbage characters written by people who don't understand Star Trek, and don't like it, frankly. These alien guys. All right, so this stuff just reminds me of kind of a less than good episode of Futurama. You know, some of the later seasons where they weren't as good as they were in the beginning, and I don't want to call Futurama bad because it's still light years better than this, but that's what all these like little alien scenes remind me of. And you know what? Guess what? All of this back and forth of the first officer trying to dress down finally Michael Burnham Jr., all of that stuff is probably going to be for naught because she's still probably going to save the day because he's saying, oh, you're going to get your crew killed. Good. Somebody finally is telling her she's going to get her crew killed. And of course, there's this whole ensign, what's his name, toxic white dude, ends up suggesting to the captain what she probably should have known in Starfleet is that, you know, the crew has regulations but also needs some downtime and needs to be allowed to defend the ship. But, you know, of course we need these young people to tell the old people that now because they know better, and there's not like there's rules and things in place for this already in Starfleet, you know, an established fleet that travels through the stars and deals with alien species and has protocol for these things, you know. And then there's that whole ensign, my mommy's the captain, Mikey Spock 2.0. She's, I guess, coming to terms with the fact that the other officers can do their jobs. Yeah, like the first officer ends up stabbing her or something. I drifted off. I stopped paying attention because it's just noise. That's all the show is. It's just noise. You're not fixing anything. You're still not getting the message of Star. You know what? Make Star Trek first, and then we can parody it and make the know-it-all teens who actually don't trying to. Your premise is flawed. Your characters are flawed. The show is flawed. I can probably give it maybe a 2 for visual canon. Again, And that's it. And anybody who says I should give it a 5 for not liking something really needs to understand how likes and dislikes work. Also,
Please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, keep your comments to yourself.
yeah, you go right ahead. I don't care. As long as, you know, you can take it once you dish it. I am MechaRandom42. I cannot recommend this to anyone, not even your pets. Don't even play it around toddlers. Just give them some keys. Just give them a keychain or something. I know it's a thumb drive. Just give them a keychain and let them play with that. You know, giving a toddler a laser pointer for them to look at directly is less irresponsible than anybody watching the show. I don't recommend it because it will blind them, and that's a bad idea. So don't do that ever. I will see you on the next video, live stream, or Twitch, Random Game User 42. Check your bells, check your balls, check your boobs. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!